Quick, name all the planets. Go. I'll bet you a diamond you skipped one. Everybody does. There's a world out at the edge of our solar system that we have visited exactly once, for a few hours back in 1986, and then never went back. We turned our backs on it. That was a mistake. Because Uranus is not the boring blue marble from the back of your textbook. It is the strangest, most violent secret in the solar system. It's the coldest a planet has ever been. It's lying on its side. It rains diamonds. And it's hiding the fingerprints of a catastrophe so enormous it knocked an entire world over and left it for dead. Something happened to Uranus, something terrible, and by the end of this, you'll know our best theory for exactly what tipped it over and drained the life right out of it. But first, let's find out what it would do to you. From far away, Uranus looks calm. A smooth, pale blue-green ball. Almost featureless. Boring even. That color is methane gas, swallowing the red light of the sun and throwing back only cold blue. But look closer, and something is deeply wrong. Every other planet spins upright like a top. Uranus is lying down, tipped over a full 98 degrees, rolling around the sun on its side. And that one fact changes everything about a day here. Because Uranus is sideways, its poles don't take turns with quick days and nights. They point almost straight at the sun, or straight away from it. So if you were standing near a pole, the sun would rise, and then it would just stay there. For 42 years, 4 decades of unbroken daylight, and then it sets, and you get 42 years of continuous, freezing night. A single winter longer than most human lives. So let's drop in, and Uranus starts killing you immediately. First, you can't breathe. There's no oxygen here, just hydrogen, helium, and that methane haze. Your lungs pull in a breath and find nothing they can use. About 15 seconds. That's the whole window of consciousness you get. And if you could smell that breath, you'd wish you couldn't. The upper clouds are laced with hydrogen sulfide. Uranus, the beautiful blue planet, smells like rotten eggs. But the smell won't be what haunts you. The cold will. Here's the part that breaks scientists' brains. Uranus is the coldest planet we have ever measured. Colder than Pluto. Colder even than Neptune, which sits 1 billion miles farther from the sun. Its cloud tops plunge to minus 371 degrees. That's a cold so total it doesn't just chill you. It flash freezes the moisture in your eyes, your throat, your lungs, the instant it touches them. And that fact, colder than a planet 1 billion miles farther out, makes no sense. Hold on to it. It's the clue that solves everything. Now you start to fall, and you keep falling, because like Jupiter and Saturn, Uranus has no surface, no ground, no floor, just atmosphere growing thicker and angrier the deeper you go, winds screaming past you at over 500 miles an hour. But here is where Uranus stops copying the other giants and becomes something all its own. As you sink, miles then hundreds of miles, the cold flips, the temperature climbs, warmer, then hot, then thousands of degrees, and the pressure builds until it's crushing you from every direction at once. And down here, in the dark, under that impossible pressure, something impossible is happening all around you. The methane, the very gas that paints the planet blue, is being squeezed so hard that it shatters. Its carbon is torn loose and crushed into diamond, real diamonds, forming in the black, raining downward through the crush toward the center of the world, a slow, glittering storm of them, sinking to a place you will never reach. You are falling through the most valuable rain in the universe, and it is going to kill you anyway, because what those diamonds are sinking into isn't soft and it isn't cold. It's a searing ocean of water and ammonia, thousands of degrees, squeezed as dense as rock. Long before you ever reach it, the heat and the pressure have already taken you apart. So, what actually gets you first? The suffocation drops you in 15 seconds. The cold freezes you within the first minute. And the crushing, diamond-laced depths finish whatever is left. Uranus doesn't choose one way to kill you. It uses every single one, top to bottom, quietly, patiently, the way it does everything. And now, the mystery. Why is Uranus lying on its side? And why is it the coldest planet when it should be warmer than Neptune? 2 questions. And one leading theory that connects them both. Every other giant planet glows. Deep in their hearts, they still pour out their own heat, left over from the day they were born. Uranus barely does. For its size, it is almost cold all the way through. Something drained its inner fire, and scientists' best explanation reaches back billions of years, to a world at least as large as Earth, believed to have slammed into Uranus. A collision so violent, it knocked the entire planet over onto its side. And in that same blow, may have torn its insides open and let its birth heat bleed out into space. It's a leading theory, not a settled fact. Nobody has measured the wound directly. But it's the theory that explains both mysteries with a single answer, and right now, it's the best one we have. That's why it's tipped. That's why it's freezing. Uranus is a planet that may have taken a punch hard enough to end worlds, and never got back up. So, could you survive Uranus? The coldest, most silent, most overlooked planet in the solar system would suffocate you, freeze you, and crush you into the diamond dark. A death on a world we have seen up close for only a few hours in all of human history. You would not survive Uranus. Almost nothing could. And here's the last, quiet detail, the one that should stay with you. Your body is carbon. The same element as that methane, crushed down in the dark. Under that same impossible pressure, there's nothing protecting your atoms that didn't protect theirs. You wouldn't just fall through the diamond rain. Given enough time, enough crushing dark, you would become it. One more scattering of carbon, sinking toward a core you'll never reach, indistinguishable from the storm that killed you. But maybe that's the real lesson of the tilted planet out on the edge of the light. The quiet ones are hiding the most violent stories of all. We just have to bother to look.